Hello, hello. It has been, as I look at my calendar here, I realize it has been more than a month since I have streamed. I will be impressed if anybody pops in. I'll do a little bit of a catch-up in just a moment, but I suppose I will give some time for notifications to trail out to people. If there are still people out there. I do not know if there are people out there. I fully expect 0. Anyways, I thought this would be a better environment to do a little bit of a breakdown on all the stuff that's been coming out for Path of Exile 2, Path of Exile, Last Epoch, everything. Just to chill out for a little bit. Even though I haven't been playing it, the Clair Obscure music still is just absolutely wonderful. Remaining a huge fan of it. I'm really anticipating whatever they make next. It's Elgul, yes. Who is this? I know, dude. It's gonna be rough. But I was like, when am I gonna start again? I might as well just, finish work, hop on, since my kids are doing something with their grandma right now. So I figured we'd hop on and talk about Path of Exile. Specifically Path of Exile 2. Hey, A51 native, what's happening, dude? Hey, Pat Surin. Hey, Bam 1v1. What's going on? Oof. I think everything is still set up appropriately. Like I said, I haven't turned this on in a little bit. You thought I retired until full release. I have not retired until full release. I can give a little bit of breakdown. We've already 5x the number of viewers in the past few seconds, so I'm going to wait to explain to some people who may be out of the loop on why I just disappeared and why hopefully that won't happen again. Hey, Palisas. Hey, Big Eyes. What's going on, dude? It's almost like I burned myself out with over 7 billion interviews. Semi-true. That may have been the source of some of the problems, and we'll get to that in just a moment. By the way, I realize that some people may be annoyed by my extreme movements in videos. When I record standing up or when I'm talking, man, I can't stop moving. It's so boring if I just stood here like this and addressed you guys like this. I mean, even if I did it in my usual upbeat voice, I suppose it would be fine. But I feel like a doll if I'm just standing here not moving. And my shoulders aren't emoting, right? I don't have powerful eyebrows like some other popular content creators, so I have to make up for it by moving my torso a lot, Hey, Ishi, what's going on, dude? Hey, Tomer Brosh. Bro, I missed you, but GGG doesn't deserve any hype after this fail, making 0.3 out the 29th just for marketing reasons. Ooh, we'll talk about all that in a moment. Because it's not stuff I can necessarily insert into my videos, right? I really can't chat it up, unfortunately. I try to make those snappy. I've refined my process over, what, I was going to say many years of creating content, but it hasn't been that many years. It's been about 2.5 years. Only 2. Actually, it's just been 2 years, really. It's 2 years, 2 months. Hey, Matthew, what's happening, dude?
I feel something.
Gardisto, bro. Thank you for the sub, my man. 17 months. I think you're in first place. I was shocked to see, guys, I checked my statistics for Twitch a few days ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm still Partner Plus. Thank you for everyone who stayed sub despite me taking the month break. Actually, just massive thanks. I really appreciate it. That was such a rough schedule. Every podcast that went online, I was like, Jesus, this guy has kids and a full-time job. How the hell did he do that? Yeah, I did it at nighttime after everybody was asleep. Yeah. Which is essentially what I'm gonna be doing that moving forward, but
At
Omega Cybers, what's happening, dude? I saw you debating with everybody earlier today. It was really great. Thanks for the 15 months, dude. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, we have PoE2 news. Well, we have news. We have speculation. We have betrayals. We have talk about the betrayals momentarily. Just a lot of stuff in ARPGs and with myself in general. So I thought I'd get back into the swing of it. Hey, Red Eye Jedi PoE, what's going on? Just know we know you can't be too harsh on them until that real bomb drops in a future interview where you break Jonathan and make him cry. I can be harsh on that. This is some rewriting of history. I think some of you remember how harsh I was when 02 was revealed. But I was in the opposite camp. I know some people hated 02, and yes, it had a lot of bad changes, but I was enjoying myself for a little bit. I actually think the end game was the worst part of 02. It did not keep me hooked at all. I think the novelty of Path of Exile 2's endgame completely wore off by the time I was getting to it in 02, and I burned out on it. So I'm a big fan of the campaign. I liked the Huntress, the spear skills, but the endgame, it's just not where it's at, you guys. Not where it's at. And then I couldn't go back to Path of Exile 1. I just wasn't feeling with that either. Rough times overall. Okay. We've got a good number of people inside. Hey, Red Jedi PoE. Thanks so much for the sub, dude. I appreciate it. That's your first month? Thank you. And thanks for the hype train, boys. Have I seen Dart's interviews? Yes. I actually made a video based on literally one comment from Camille yesterday, which I realized DM didn't know about Act 4 at all. I watched his reaction to my video this morning. I listened to it this morning, and he had no clue that Act 4 had been playable at ExileCon 2023, unless he is just doing the long con of, yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea people played it. He looked legitimately shocked when he watched my video going through all the footage from Act 4 from 2 years ago, as if he's never seen any of this. So I think, okay, we got I'd say a decent number of people inside. So given I've taken such a substantial break, so thank you all for tuning in live. This shall be the start of the why the heck were you gone section, okay? And it will be brief, I promise you. If you're watching this after and you don't give a crap about me, just about Path of Exile 2, we'll get to that momentarily. Just skip ahead. I'll have chapters below. So, what happened? Okay, I think it's like a cavalcade of things, everybody. The biggest of all is I started having severe migraines about a month and a half ago. Really bad. Headaches every single day and migraines, which are compounding headaches, I'd classify them as, right around here in my head. So right behind my eyes, okay? They would destroy me. They lasted hours at a time. I couldn't stand while I had them. I had to like go off work and lay down, take medication to make them go away. And even when it went away, it was just the nausea that faded and the dizziness that faded. The headache would stay, and it destroyed me, especially because I'm also, you know, very busy with my kids and my wife and everything. So I immediately realized something had to be wrong, because I've never had migraines like this before. Never had consistent headaches that were just draining my life force, essentially. So I immediately scheduled a doctor's appointment, which I never do because I don't need to go to the doctor. I'm healthy. But I scheduled a doctor's appointment. We got an MRI, which I had a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And I got the results a week ago. I'm all clear, no tumors, but oh my gosh, you guys, I was freaking out because it was not stopping. So got that clear, stress relieved, not dying at the age of 28 with 2 daughters, a wife, big family, lots of potential, right? Not dying. Thank you for the bits, Omega Cybers, and thank you for the 7 months. My goodness, thank you, Soshiro. Glad to see you here, man. Happy you're scare-free. I am scare-free. So, MRI was clear. I started hesitantly to take some new medication to prevent my migraines, and I am 6 days migraine-free. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 6 days migraine-free. My energy has returned massively. I'm not going to bed at, 8:30 p.m. anymore. And I just feel like I can do more. So that was the biggest contributor to just stopping everything, okay? It worked out really well because, one, I did not enjoy Path of Exile 1, guys. I totally bounced from that game. I only played on stream. I played the axe. I tried to play in private. Did not work. I have lost all joy in playing that game for now. Everybody else seems to love the league. That's awesome. Super, super cool. Happy for you guys. It seems to be done for me, unfortunately, for the time being. And then, of course, we have this huge lull in Path of Exile 2 news. And I ended up just playing some other games. But honestly, guys, I think I've probably played... Here, Giga Dad Gamer right now. I've probably played about 8 hours of games in the past month. Is that... Should I stop my YouTube stream? Can I even be a Twitch creator in the gaming sphere? 8 hours. I have not played a lot, guys. It's been me being extremely tired. It's summer here with my kids. So we are doing a bunch. My oldest, who's 3 years old, she can do various different activities. We've been going swimming. We went to this, multiple big parties, these festivals, right? We had this big picnic. There was a bubble machine that was just shooting out foam for hours on it. It was crazy. We've been doing a lot of stuff with the family and with my kids. So that obviously contributes to it as well. But I'd say it's more like 80% the migraines, 10% the lull, and 10% my family. Because I can still segment my time. It's just a sacrifice of sleep on my part, where I can still do stuff. So I think that's it. That's basically why I've been gone. Okay. Do people have questions? Oh, let's see. I need blue light stopping glass. Because I do work from home. I do work on the computer. But guys, I've been working from home and on the computer since 2020. I've been playing on computers my entire life. So it's so weird how it just suddenly started. Like, I didn't change my diet. So, I didn't even go through that. I didn't change my diet. I didn't change my exercise patterns until I started getting the migraines, because then too, I don't know if you see, I got maybe a little bit extra, but I couldn't work out as much, right? I was just dejected. So trying to improve everything, get back into a good cadence here. So why do I feel that way about Pee-wee just burnt out? Yeah, I don't think I really like the... Okay, so I played Path of Exile because I really liked being a part of the community. I like collecting the cosmetics, and I enjoyed just the grind. And I don't think I have the time for the grind anymore for Path of Exile 1. I have 2 kids now, a lot of other stuff I do. I think I really have time to play, one game and just learn it, give it my all, right? I don't think I have the time for multiple games. So, and I really need to feel passionate about something to actually play it and create content for it. And I didn't feel that way with Path of Exile. I tried numerous times to get back in, and I just didn't feel it, guys. That's it. Like, no trashing on any... It's the same with Last Epoch. It's the same with Diablo 4. It's the same with Path of Exile. Does it mean any of these games are bad except for D4? Just kidding. Just kidding. Does it mean any of these games are bad? No. It just means I'm not as passionate about them, and I have limited time, so I have to strictly regiment it. And I'm choosing to spend my time in or with Path of Exile 2, right? That's simply it. Are you able to say what the meds are? Regimaldepine? I'm really bad with the medication name, but it's like Regimaldepine or something. That's the medicine I'm taking. Oh gosh, I wasn't reading chat. I'm so sorry. Hey Bretson. Hey Grape. What's going on, dude? I am a giga casual. I have no idea how you like Pee-wee 2, absolute dog poo, and not like Pee-wee 1 really. Misho the Exile? No, it's actually simple. Seriously. So Path of Exile 1 has limitless content. and limitless potential and build crafting possibilities and ways to generate currency, right? It's a huge playground for the strategical mind, for the engineering mind, for the analytical mind, okay? However, where it lacks is where I usually enjoy games. I enjoy the feel of games, the impact of games. Great example is I never played World of Warcraft. I played Guild Wars 2. And in Guild Wars 2, that's a very active combat system. You're constantly moving. You feel the impact of your abilities. It feels seamless. And in Path of Exile 2, for everything except the warrior, I feel that way. It's a very impactful gameplay experience, and I enjoy that more. But of course, I don't grind a ton, so I don't even get to experience everything the game has to offer. For example, and here's a fun fact for you: I didn't even down the Arbiter of Ash this league. Whoa, that's crazy. I barely played this league because I got burnt out in the end game. You know who hasn't, though? You know who's played for several hundred hours? My dad. My dad finished the Atlas yesterday. Every single Atlas passive point, downed all the Arbiters, did the T18 map. He just did the T18. That was the last thing he needed, the Tier 18 map. He's so proud of himself. He was like, I'm going to get 100. And then he's level 95, and he's like, I'm not going to get 100. It's not happening. But my dad is a grinder. He loves grinding, and he likes the feel of the game as well. And he's never experienced any other game like this, guys. He played Neverwinter before this. That was his last game that he really got into. He played a little bit of Diablo 4, but he loves PoE 2. Like, this guy, he loves it more than I do. I still need to do the interview with him. He just adores it. Every time I see my dad, he is talking about Path of Exile 2, and I'm like, okay, Dad, I know, Dad. I stopped playing it a few weeks back, bro. I just wasn't feeling the grind, and I haven't been feeling the best. And my dad's like, but I've been hunting for this T18. I need all of the things to align, and it's just been so hard. I can't hit the corrupted T15 along with the irradiated map, and I can't find a bot. It's so funny listening to this. Anyway. All right, let me see. I need a trip to New Zealand. Now, Grape, my wife actually said next year we should go to New Zealand. We should save up for a trip to New Zealand, but I want to see if there's going to be an Exile Con, because I don't want to go in June and then there's an Exile Con in November, and it's like, well, I can't go again, So, carnivore diet. The migraine is my body telling me to play PoE 1. You're funny. Telling people what they should or shouldn't like is absolute dog poo. Yeah, totally agree. To each their own, seriously. They're video games. They're all about leisure. They're all subjective. There are very few objectively bad video games out there, People still like Ultima to this day. Is it Ultima? No, people don't play Ultima. It's EverQuest? EverQuest? That's the first, one of the first MMOs. People still play EverQuest, guys. OS, old school RuneScape. Huge renaissance right now. I've never touched RuneScape. I probably never will. But people love those games. I can't fathom playing those games, guys. I can't. And there's no shade at those who do. Hundreds of thousands of people love these games. Right? Okay. My dad should take over the channel. Guys, I'm gonna get an interview. I'm gonna do an interview with my friends and the community. That's something that I was in the midst of when all this struck. So, hey, Labor Days, what's going on? I haven't streamed in about a month and a half, so that's why you haven't caught any streams, bro. Thank you for tuning in at such short notice. I appreciate it. PoE 2 is the better game foundation. It just doesn't have the content of PoE 1. Yes, people who don't understand that throw the ball to where the receiver is, not where he's going. Yeah, very true. Very true. My dad is a legit gamer. Okay, but my dad is a lightning spearer. And he's a fub gooner, guys. My dad is a fub gooner. He followed Fubgun's build and I think a few of his currency strategies, which is hilarious because I don't think Fubgun really likes me. So my dad's like, yo, have you seen this guy? Have you seen this guy's build? Look at this build. Look at this Serpent's Fury. Oh my, I'm just one-shotting all these bosses. Look, this Fubgun guy. Oh my gosh, this Fubgun guy. And I'm like, yeah, he knows his stuff. Yeah, right. Yeah, follow his build. Good. Good. It's okay. It made him feel good. He loves blasting stuff. He's having a great time, and that's what it's all about, everybody. He has another month to get to 100. No, he has called it quits. He said he doesn't want to get burnt out. And he's played since launch day. My dad has not taken a break. He's one of the gamers. He's one of the what? How many people are playing PoE2 right now? Steam charts. Let's see. Let's see. Less than 10,000, right? 8,546. My dad is one of those guys. Maybe not right now, but he's playing. He's playing. I hope 0.3 gives us Challenge League cosmetics. That's something PoE2 is missing. I would love that too, man. I would love that too. I've told Jonathan that. Only click to move this turned me off PoE1. They should implement rudimentary WSD ASAP. Hey, Prince Alden. What's going on, man? Hey, Ali Molly. Going on? What up, Try? Glad you're feeling better, man. I'm all for PoE2 these days. There's no going back to PoE1 for me. It feels old and clunky. Your character looks like a ragamuffin with no cosmetics. I didn't even know there were T18s. There's T18s. You get a T15 by corrupting it, and then you get irradiated, which is the monster level, and then you get a corrupted, which is another monster level. So yeah, it's like, and then I think you can get another +1. It's whatever you need for the last set of passive points for the boss tree. They're apparently doing a DM University for Dungeons & Dragons. Are you signing up for? No. No, I won't have time for that. Are you going to do an interview with Brian Wiseman? Okay. So here's the first bit of cool news. It's not Path of Exile related. We'll end the Why Did Try Leave video or segment and go right to this. One, yes, I've reached out to Brian Wiseman, and I will be doing an interview with him in the future, primarily concerning Grinding Gear Games, Path of Exile, his thoughts on PoE2, all that stuff. That'll be very fun. I reached out to him after Gavrin did his excellent, gargantuan interview with Brian. And if you haven't seen that, you can go check it out on Gavrin Gaming. It's 2 parts. One part concerns Magic of the Gathering. The other part concerns Path of Exile, Grinding Gear Games, and a few other disparate topics. In total, it's 9 hours long, I believe. Very long. Mine won't be that long. And number 2, I reached out to a certain someone after he released his very first YouTube video and created a new channel on YouTube. None other than Chris Wilson, who is making a new game. We have no idea what it is. And he is 100% down for interviews in the future. Yeah, plural interviews in the future. So, I don't know when the best time to interview him is. He said there are some things that he cannot talk about, given Grinding Gear Games and Path of Exile 1 and 2. Like, he doesn't really want to dive into certain topics because the company that, you know, he founded, they're still operating, right? So he won't dive too deeply into all the details of that. But he is more than willing to hop on the Still Sane podcast and discuss ARPGs, Path of Exile 1, Path of Exile 2, Diablo 2. Probably not his new game, but game design in general. So that's super, super exciting. I'm really happy. So Chris is... he responded within a day. I sent him this informative but concise email. And he responded in a day really fast. And we had an email correspondence. It's awesome. And now I'm friends with Chris Wilson on Discord. That's pretty cool. I'm very excited to have that happen sometime in the future. I think that I'm going to aim for Q4 for that. Maybe in between 03 and 04. I think that'll be a good time to do it. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, Brian and Chris, 2 of the 4 Grinding Gear Games co-founders, gonna get to have them on the Still Sane pod and talk about game design and everything else that we'd like to touch on. So that'll be fun. Okay, everyone. All right, let's see. Is there anything else here? See if I can do what DM did. I think I need to be bigger for that. You guys don't understand. Darth microtransaction not only do he was the biggest Path of Exile content creator on YouTube. On Twitch, he is magnitudes larger, right? His reach on Twitch, which is a very powerful platform, is just massive, right? I think he was in the top 15 all-time subbed streamers during the Path of Exile 2 launch. It's crazy. So maybe one day. I don't know if I'm ever going to be big enough to get a soul invite, but I'm hoping if ExileCon happens, I'll be able to make it. Hey, Lone Legionnaire, thanks for the T3 for 8 months. What's going on? Yeah, Lone, I explained why I was missing for so long, but should be back now. Should be back now. I think it's great that I can hear your description of each game, agree, and still favor PoE 1 for now. The games appeal to different sensibilities right now. Yeah, If and Jeff, by the way. What's going on, If and Jeff? Yeah, I do think that all of them have their own niches that they fulfill, which is great. Especially with PoE 1 and PoE 2. I know some people think that grinding your games is going to make them more and more similar and try to sunset PoE 1. I truly hope that isn't what occurs, and I hope they continue to differentiate and branch out into different paths in the future. I think that even though the League 3.26 didn't bring back as many players as we all thought it was going to, I still think it has a huge player base and a very loyal player base, as we saw with the retention numbers for 3.26. So I don't think that it's in grinding your game's best interest to sunset it anytime soon. Yeah, Lumiere is an excellent track. Love Lumiere. Brian is such a nice guy. He is extremely nice. And he's well-spoken. Very well-spoken. Okay. Let's see. Pot of Exiles win. Yeah, so actually, I guess I can show you guys right now. Right now, nothing's scheduled for July, obviously. But we've got some Still Sane pods lined up. Okay? All right. As well as where I think we're going to see the PoE 0.3 reveal stream. So we've got Still Sane coming with Farham. F's with Farham. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Farham, but he had an excellent video on reaching level 100. And I really want to talk to him about that. We've got Blazeworks, who's had his own podcast series going on. We have that reveal probably on the 21st. Then we have the Pod of Exile with Surgog, Dreamcore, and Localhole on the 24th after the reveal. Then we've got a Still Sane with Miso Soup or Miso Shiru. Launch day on the 29th. Dead Rabbit on the 4th of September. Kaltarak on the 9th. 16th with Gav. Now, these are just the initial ones, obviously. I have plenty of other people that I'm planning on chatting with. We'll see if we can line everything up. I don't want to go too hard and burn myself out at all. So I have one lined up for each week right now. Might double up to 2. We'll see. With like DS Lily comes to mind. Darth Micro again. Rax I chatted with quite a bit. I actually have... You're going to love to hear this. At least Omega Cybers. I chatted with Rax to see who created his emotes for Twitch. And I commissioned emotes for Twitch about a month and a half ago. So those should actually be good to go for the release. And they are not cheap. They are not cheap at all, but they should be high quality. They're animated emotes and they should be great. I'm quite excited. Okay, let's see. At this point, substance abuse sounds less addictive than PoE 2. Yeah, it doesn't have that loop at the end game right now. I do agree that the game is not, it doesn't enrapture you, right? Like, there's that meme of the person who's like thinking about something and they're like very idealistic about it. They're very excited about it. And then when they do it, it's a struggle. I feel like that's the Path of Exile 2 end game once you get a little bit into it, at least right now in point 2. Okay. Hey, Phil from Texas. What are we doing today? Catching up and diving into some Path of Exile 2 spoilers and speculation for what's coming. Keep working at it. I'm sure you'll get an invite. Yep. Hey, they did fly me out to LA twice. At least they weren't bought by Krafton. That's another thing we're going to talk about, guys. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to love it. We haven't even started teaser season, really, okay? DM Diablo 4 is still holding the interviews from GGG Studio hostage. No, his editor is at... Bro, don't rewrite history, okay? I know DM. His editor is editing them all together. They're all like an hour plus. They have some dead air, some questions that don't make sense. All he's doing is editing them together. I believe they just released the Camille one, which I haven't watched. I know, I didn't have anything for July, I know. Okay. He did say there was one spoiler for 0.3. I think his spoiler for 0. Okay, so let's start. Let's start, guys. Let's go to the path. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the Path of Exile 2 subreddit. Because DM was looking at this earlier. Let me just explain. Is it still there? Is it gone? Maybe it's gone. Okay. Then I'll do this. One sec. PoE2 Act Exile Con 2023. So, Darth Microtransaction reacted to my video. Okay. Detailing exactly what I thought Camille was hinting at when Camille's like, the boss fights, the music, the key word for them is tribal in 0.3. Okay? So I drew two things from that. One, plural boss fights. Interesting. Two, tribal. What does that mean, guys? Obviously, it means Act 4. Act 4 is themed around us visiting the Karui Archipelago. It's a series of islands inhabited by Karui tribes. We know of many of them from Trial of the Ancestors and lore in Path of Exile 1. We fought the chieftains of the dead chieftains in the halls of the dead of these tribes in Path of Exile 1. We know Act 4 is literally all about tribalistic stuff. So what could Camille be hinting toward? Obviously, Act 4. Obviously. I watched DM's reaction. DM didn't remember, or he's acting. DM didn't remember or see the footage from Act 4. From ExileCon 2023. And he didn't know that in the art book, there's a whole bunch of Karui chiefs from Act 4. Tribal chieftains. So I don't know if he's acting or what, right? Because when he released that teaser, I was like, it's obviously Act 4 coming. And just recently, in an interview, I think 3 months ago, Jonathan said, we're fine releasing the acts one by one. So I think I didn't want to put it in my YouTube video, but I'll say it on stream. I think it's 99% confirmed Act 4 is going to come. Does anybody disagree with me? Now, there's one other scenario, right? And that's that they add the third Trial of Ascension, because one of the most hated parts of the game right now, it seems, at least in terms of feedback, are the Trials of Ascension. And Act 4 is having the Trial of the Ancestors as its Ascension trial. And that would also be fighting the Karui chiefs as well, in a reformed version of Trial of the Ancestors, the League mechanic from Path of Exile 1. So maybe that's what Camille is hinting toward. But I'm confident it's a new act. They said this was going to be a bigger update than 020. It's almost not almost a year. It's 8, 9. It's going to be almost 10 months into early access, and they'll still be at 3 acts. It has to be a new act, right, guys? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Okay. Or he has to major. Okay. He's got to edit the spoilers out. Yeah. Hey, man, got into PoE2 yesterday and started playing as an SSF witch. Is that fine in your opinion? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that's totally fine. Yeah, you'll have a great first playthrough, man. If you're not power gaming or anything, just enjoy yourself. SSF is a little rough, though, in PoE2. You've been following me for about a year. Oh, my God. No, he won't release them all at once. He's gonna release them over the next few days. Turning 45 sucks. What advice do you have for old gamers whose fingers start hurting after playing PoE2? Use a controller. Buy a controller, use a controller. Let's see. This is Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, Lumiere. I'm playing it over and over. Who will be more Druid, DM or Talk? I'm gonna play Druid. I might do it. I'm probably going to do a 24-hour Druid stream if it's released. Hey, Adam Adapted. What's going on, dude? I saw you in the chat yesterday talking while DM was reacting to my video. I think you mentioned that I have editing experience before YouTube. I did not have any editing experience before YouTube. By the way, it was really nice of Darth Microtransaction to glaze me. That dude has helped me out a lot. Like, he's given me a ton of pointers. He's great to talk to off stream, behind the camera. He gives great advice to me. So it was nice to hear him glaze me. But he needs to give himself credit as well, because he has given me invaluable advice about this entire endeavor multiple times. I'm gonna be so disappointed if we don't get Druid. I don't want to get too excited, but I think Druid's gonna make the cut. I do. Okay. Did we get new info today? We have a few spoilers that we're gonna go over. I just haven't streamed for an hour and a half. So a year and a half. So we're gonna go over some stuff today. We've already started. Trials are awesome. The power of points 7 and 8 are not worth the hustle of finishing floor 4 Trial Master. Hey, Brown Eyed Aries, what's going on, dude? The conservative take would be that they're reusing some of the bosses that they designed for Act 4 prior to its release for a temporary league mechanic to avoid wasting time on bespoke content that isn't in pursuit of 1.0. If in Jeff, my man! I thought I was being conservative, but you've given the actual conservative answer. No, bro, I thought I was being so restrained. You're mentioned in the environment chat with DM. When are they releasing that, man? I saw that little teaser about an Easter egg nobody's found. Is it a banana, perchance? Grape? Is there a banana in one of these maps? To be honest, I don't care about Druid. I just want more endgame content. The endgame is so boring. And that's kind of why I want a new act. I feel like a new act will trickle down more content than a new class. If I had to choose one or the other, it would be Act 4. Druid or Act 4? Act 4. New bosses, new base types that are probably creative, new environmental tile sets, removing one of the cruel acts, which... I want those cruel acts gone as soon as possible. I just think that would be phenomenal. Druid thematically matches with tribal stuff. Right, guys? It would be the perfect time to drop Druid and Act 4. Now, okay. So it sounds like a lot of people are pretty certain, except If and Jeff, that Act 4 is coming. If and Jeff gave a very conservative estimate. He might be right. Maybe they're retooling some Act 4 bosses, which honestly they already have. One of the end game actually the end game map with the pirate shit retools an Act 4 boss, and Trial of Chaos retools the bird Act 4 boss. They already are doing that too, so maybe they're doing that even more with some tribal bosses. So I think if Act 4 comes, we're getting a new Trial of Ascension, which is great. That's a ton of content. Now the class. Here's some analysis that I saw after I made my video. Okay? So we're not gonna do a class thing. This is on Reddit. Okay, guys? Take it with a grain of salt. Look at this. New 0.3 Ascendancy image. Unarmed monk from a recent Grinding Gear Games office tour. This is from a video that DM took while in the office. Somebody had this up on their monitor. A monk in a martial artist stance. So there's this, right? And then there were also some leaks. I don't know if it's in here. No, I don't see it here. There were some leaks of Ascendancy names from PoE2DB that, yes, that were called the martial artist. Okay? So, Who knows if we're getting Druid? We really have no hints at Druid, besides the fact that somebody said, yeah, that'll probably be the next class that comes, and Jonathan saying, yes, we want a new class to make it into this expansion, but if it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. I think we're definitely getting multiple new ascendancies. We really need to. Is the monk going to get an unarmed ascendancy? And how would that work? Would that completely retool the unarmed strike skills to actually be viable as main skills? Because right now, most of them are used for movement or as finishers. I know that Arrow, for example, made a pretty cool build with the Ice Palm, right? I forget what it's called. But I don't know how that would work necessarily. Oh, you didn't hear there will be crueler act after cruel. Don't you mean merciless, Grape? Come on. I just want rogue. It sounds like Shadow is a long ways away, unfortunately. I'm going the opposite direction. We are getting acts 4 through 6. You are going way overboard, bro. There's no way they're going to do that. You think they could do that?
I feel.
Do you think they could drop acts 4, 5, 6?
At last.
Hey, Academic Q, what's going on, man? Thanks for the 3 months at T1. Thanks for staying subbed while I was missing in action. How's life? Better. My migraines are gone. Are we putting bingo card together anytime soon? I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer. A few more teasers, see if there are any other announcements that take place, and then I'll put a bingo card together. However, there are some bingo cards that we can look at that I've seen people put together. Lots of people seem to agree that the Shadow is the furthest class in development at the moment. Really? Well, that's shocking. DM knows what's coming, and he said it's more than he expected. Does anyone have any info what he has been expecting prior to the trip? Yeah, Wintality. I think just the new class and a new act. But remember, there's some stuff coming in 0.3 that we know about. We know that there's going to be hopefully, some sort of sprint mechanic or way to move faster when out of combat. We know that there are significant skill redesigns coming to make more skills viable throughout the game, as opposed to just having, lightning spear and galvanic shards and all that, right? What else are we basically... The trade system is another thing that could be huge, that could be dropped into 0.3. We know that Grinding Gear Games is finished with the design of the new trade system, but the implementation, who knows how long that's going to take. I'd obviously love for Act 4 to be included. I just prefer to be pleasantly surprised that it is, rather than disappointed that it isn't. If and Jeff, you are 100% right. My true expectation, and I've laid this out in my video, so apologies for those of you who have watched it. My true expectations are this. 4 new Ascendancy classes, so that would be rounding out the set, all the Ascendancies, essentially. We would be at full Ascendancies for all the existing classes, so 4 new Ascendancy classes. A complete redesign and rebalance of, dozens of skills to make them more usable. So whether this means changing the animations, changing the functionality, making massive tweaks to numbers, right? All that stuff. Complete redesign / rebalances for crappy or unused Ascendancy classes. I'm primarily talking about Acolyte of Chayula. I think that Warbringer is another one that's kind of iffy. I think it does have some use cases, but I don't know if a lot of people use it. Witch Hunter also seems hit or miss for me personally. So a few Ascendancy redesigns. And then one very fleshed out end game mechanic that is perhaps introduced in the campaign. So like a League mechanic, but it comes with a new Pinnacle boss. Those are my, and then a host of other things, right? Tiny things. Those are my bare minimum expectations. I want to keep them small, but even then, guys, the thing is, they said this is bigger than 0.2, and 0.2 had a whole new class and a lot of other stuff. So if I'm thinking this is bigger than 0.2, much larger, okay, their words, and I don't think they would set themselves up for disappointment by saying that. So if it's much larger than 0.2 and it's introducing a new class, I feel like we've either, if not both, we've got to get a new class or a new act. Seriously. Because what the heck is bigger than that? Game's gone already. The game is not gone already. I keep seeing this sentiment. Like, when I released my video yesterday, I was paying attention to the comments on my phone. I was just like sitting there working, watching the comments scroll by. And the first 10 comments were, Path of Exile 2's dead. Absolute crap game. Worst game ever. Still covering this trash. Just like, coming in. I was like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. One, it's an early access. Two, it's a seasonal game, right? You see the same ebbs and flows with Last Epoch, Diablo 4, Path of Exile 1, and a lot of other seasonal games, I presume. I guess I don't know any other ARP. Torchlight Infinite. Not dead. It's not even released yet. Actually, it's very bare bones. One comment really hit home, and that was, this time last year we were talking about how we'd have the full game released with all the classes. And now, 1 year later, we're talking about when we'll get one more act and one more class. DM also was like, man, Talkative Try predicts that Druid's gonna hit in every patch. Bro, there's only been one patch, okay? It's not like it's been 10 patches and I've been like, yeah, surely Druid. There's been one patch. This is gonna be the second patch, okay? If I miss more than this patch, then I'll just shut up about Druid forever, right? Only 2 patches, and I did say the Druid was going to be one of the first coming into the game, so. Just give me Spinning Inferno. Is that a mace skill? Right, Omega Cybers? Bigger than 0.2 could mean a couple of things. True. Brand new to PoE 2, never played PoE 1, playing SSF Witch and having a great time. Anything wrong with that? Of course not. If you are having fun, you are having fun. I was talking about my dad is still playing. He's been playing for 4 months now. The same character, the same league. He's loving it. If you are having a good time, good on you. There are still people who play like Titan Quest 1. People who play the original Mario. Like, games are subjective. If you're having a good time, chill, have a good time. But don't let others tell you what to think. We are all here just discussing our opinions. That's it. Some guy gets it. I hate the idea of individual acts dropping. Honestly, I do too, but guys, unless they've done a tremendous amount of work and polish on Acts 4, 5, and 6, I feel like it's just Act 4. Especially because they're split between PoE 1 and PoE 2. They're not all in on PoE 2, right? They're developing PoE 1 at the same time. They said the full game would be released by December. That dude was pushing some serious BS. Yeah, that dude was Jonathan. And yeah, unless this is chonky as all heck, no way it's released, or they change the definition of what full release is. Another thing, grinding your games. When we had that interview, you were talking about how there were going to be mid-league balance changes in 0.2. 0.22, 0.23. Obviously, that didn't pan out. Now, why? Probably because of the player numbers dropping, right? They probably see almost nobody is playing. Why in the world would we release patches for Path of Exile 2 when almost no one is playing it? I hate that. I truly believe they were going to be doing some work, because I would have played. I would have tested it out. I'm sure some people would have came back and tested and played stuff. But they completely stopped. There's no way 0.22 or 0.23 is coming out now. We're less than a month away from 0.3. They're not going to touch anything in PoE 2. If they do, I'll eat my words. But right now, not happening. Yo, try. You can literally craft demigod equipment in PoE 1 and PoE 2. That's for winning races, bro. Oh my gosh, chat's moving so fast. I'm really bad at this now. I'm sorry, guys. I used to be better at this. Surely this tribal Kurui stuff means axes are coming in 0.3 because Marauder is a Kurui dude. That is a theory. That is possibly a theory. But Camille was talking about boss fights. Boss fights. So tribal boss fights relates more to just the Kurui chieftains. So that could be Act 4 or the Trial of Ascension. PoE 2 standard global chat still goes crazy daily. Oh, I'm sure it does. There's still at least 8,000 people on Steam every day. That doesn't count the main client and console. There's actually a lot of console players, guys. It's a good chunk. Even though it, unfortunately, appears to not run well in endgame. Speaking of, and I don't know if you got the chance when it was active, but the Titan Quest 2 is pretty fun so far. I did not get to play Titan Quest 2. I have played Hellclock, though. I have played Hellclock. Don't worry, Marvel fans finally got Mephisto in MCU. I heard that Mephisto appeared in the MCU. By the way, saw Fantastic Four, loved it. Haven't seen a Marvel film since Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Truly enjoyed Fantastic Four. Get out of here with your reasonable takes on entertainment and it being subjective. Everything can be measured. Of course. Is this my L? Let's see. Let's see. Is my L too loud? Okay. There's no way 1.0 is releasing. It's 0.3. Your theory is December 2026. Isn't that what I predicted, Omega Cybers? Have you bought into my OG prediction? They should do someone with the unarmed. Yeah, I believe so too. I also am not like I don't like how far apart. And guys, we're saying the patches are 4 months apart. Basically 5 months apart, right? Right. I mean, August 29th, that's 5 months. But let them cook. Let them cook, right? I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. DM said GGG are aware of the current player-based sentiment. Surely they will base 3.0 on that. Yeah, I am of the opinion, okay? I'm trying to be conservative, but I'm of the opinion that it's going to be a juicy patch. They know they need to impress the player base. So if I try to not be conservative, I think we're getting Druid. I think we're getting Act 4. And we're getting a pretty damn good end game pinnacle boss or mechanic. And a working on of the Atlas. Because if they threw together the Atlas in a little bit of time like that, they can throw something together that's better than what currently exists. I hate that everything is so RNG based. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I tire out of it so quickly. I just don't like that loop. Please make some alterations there, guys. Hey, Beeper Meeps. What's going on, dude? Thanks for the welcome back. My prediction was always 6 or 7 patches before 1.0. Was it, maybe it was Heron. I don't know how I could confuse you and Harry, Omega Cybers, but I did a little bit. Who cares about PoE2 at the moment? Us. That's why we're talking about it. Gauntlet and PoE1 is starting tomorrow. You are right, and I'm so excited to watch that. I'm so excited. It sounds like they've made a whole bunch of surprises in the Gauntlet, and they've made sure it can't be data mined. So I'm gonna watch the Gauntlet 100% just to see what crazy stuff is happening. I think, what does it start at 6 p.m. tomorrow? I'm gonna be watching it. Old school RuneScape till PoE2 again. Jonathan said we might get all acts sooner than expected. Did he say all acts or did he say acts? Because acts could just mean we're getting one act, right? Right? Chris Wilson's quote about secret quest stuff inspired the demigod wager divination card. Oh, so you're thinking we can craft that stuff in game through some, maybe it's like fishing mechanic? Yeah? Yeah? You're killing Hillock for the free gloves? I might do that too. What do you want to happen between Act 4 and Endgame? Replay Act 1, Act 2. Easily. Replay Act 1, Act 2. No more Act 3 twice. Victory. Victory all around, guys. You don't need to fight Viper Napuazzi twice, okay? We're good. All right? Okay. I think there was something else that I wanted to pull up here. Oh, okay. All right. Any other Path of Exile 2 stuff? Let me see here. Act 3 is a lot better nowadays. No, I've played through it recently. I don't have problems with the campaigns. I think I just prefer replaying Acts 1 and 2 than going like 2, 3 or something. What happened to the stream? The stream is fine. He said cruel mode will be gone or sooner than you think. If not all 6 acts are in the game, cruel will still have to exist. Oh shoot, is that what he said in the Chinese interview, New Axe? I'm sweaty pit. Bro, it's hot in here. It's 92 degrees outside, okay? It's 84 degrees in this room right now. Plus I have my computer just busting right now. So yeah, very sweaty pits. Very true. Thank you for pointing it out, Marcos. I actually had a very funny comment that I need to highlight. I've been watching a lot of a comic show called Kill Tony. It's like a roasting show that gives new comedians a shot. It's pretty good. Really enjoy it. What did somebody said? Somebody said I thought it was funny. Rodgo Inzia 9947. Why do you look like a Cartoon Network character brought to life by AI? Thought that was a pretty good one. Thought that was a pretty good one. I haven't seen that one before. I've seen Skinny Jim Halpert like hundreds of times. I've never seen Cartoon Network character brought to life by AI. I thought that was original. Very original. No. Expedition 33. Flying Waters. Go Blue is what I want. I don't want rain from the ground. There we go. Yeah, we want Go Blue. Could you imagine if the UK had to deal with this heat? No, they couldn't because they don't have the infrastructure. Aren't air conditioners not a thing over there, and their homes are built to keep the heat in? Like if my house was built like a regular UK house, I'd be toast right now. Do you all still feel that the trials need to be toned down a little bit in terms of the afflictions and stuff, or maybe just defenses need to be buffed and they will balance that out? I think that there are a few cases in which afflictions are just complete BS, but I think the trials are in a much better place if you engage with the content. Yes, it is sometimes tough to get that last set of skill points for your ascendancy, but I think a lot of the time there are a lot of precautions that you can place to succeed. Max honor resistance. Make sure you are vetting every room you go into. Make sure you're watching the path. Don't just go off the cuff and like don't accidentally walk into a gauntlet if you're terrible at that, right? You just have to be very, very careful. You have to strategically save up your water to buy, not relics, the boons from the merchant. Always aim for merchants. You can really ensure success, I think, in the trials now. And Zorak is a joke. Zorak is a complete joke. He was way tougher. He was way tankier in 0-1. Sound like some Reddit roast me comment that was forced as heck? Yeah. Yes, he specifically said he hated Cruel and that it'll be gone sooner than we think. My goodness. Okay. What's that in Celsius? Oh gosh. What's 84 Fahrenheit in Celsius? 84 Fahrenheit to Celsius. 29 degrees Celsius inside. It's not that rare to have 29C indoors here either in the summer. It's rough. %, ES is still rough. I have AC, but it does, like, I'm upstairs right now and it does not work upstairs, unfortunately. It's pretty rough. That's perfect temperature. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Sure, I'm sure it's perfect temperature for you guys. Not for me. Not for me. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, they literally spoil Act 4 is coming pretty much. Apparently this just was posted on the Reddit. Here it is. It's literally there. What is it? And who is this stalks you everywhere guy? He's like posting all of the Path of Exile 2 stuff. This is literally Act 4 confirmed. This is the prisoner boss fight. New 0.3 Act boss potentially teased in new GGG interview. In a recent series of GGG interviews by Darth Microtransactions, PoE2 content creator who recently visited the GGG studio in New Zealand, Darth showed a recent interview of GGG Steven, the lead level designer, that contained some small hints at an Act 4 boss that could be coming in 0.3. In the interview, GGG Steven comments on an upcoming boss in 0.3 where they designed a map for a boss fight with a spike trap system that the player can interact with on a tactical basis. That's literally this. Yeah, the dude's pointing it out. Yeah, and he's linking to the video. This guy is an absolute boss.
That this room he's about to go into is completely flooded with water, and when you open this door, the water drains out. And he was kept there just to make sure that he couldn't break free, because he cannot be killed, except for by the player for some reason. But it's interesting in this one, he has 3 phases. He definitely sets a new bar, but
it could be coming for endgame, just like we have the pirate one.
Around the arena.
True.
And the first time you phase shift him, he will take a knee, and then you hit the ballista fires at him, and the spear goes at the big projectile, it's a big metal spike, goes into him, and he can pull that out and now use it as a weapon. So there's phase change number 1. The second one, the second ballista, he will get shot and he will lose his entire arm. It will be gone. He will then kind of Dragon Ball Z Piccolo style grow a new one. And that arm is fresh and imbued with, like, his corpse is all rotted, so he doesn't get to use too much.
I love how Octavian can't even fight this boss. Look at how much damage he's done. He's been fighting the boss for like 35 seconds.
Magic, just the cold magic from his like frozen organs. And now he regrows a fresh bloody arm, and he can now use blood magic, and then you've got phase 3, so he's both got a spear and blood magic going on. He's very difficult. Oh, nice heavy stun. No. All good. So my plan, as I said, it was pretty impromptu to just go through things. We've got about 13 minutes left, so I'm going to...
Yeah, they just confirmed this is a part of PoE2. Almost the last one. This new interview from GGG is confirming it, right? Yeah. So, interesting. Oh, I recognize Azarath's name too. This guy is like everywhere on the PoE2 subreddit. He's posting all the spoilers. Secret grinding your games employee? Maybe. Doing tactical marketing? I don't know. Maybe. Anger Must would have killed that boss already. Bro, there's no way. You see how...
To say we just
look at that.
Straight to seeing if anyone wants to come up here and fight. It is not going to be a...
Oh my gosh.
If you succeed...
No damage, dudes. Yeah. Omega Cybers, if you want to go ahead and ban that person who is trolling, go for it. Go for it. Okay, so that's interesting. But you guys are right. That could be just like the pirate boss that was just added to the game. Okay, so let's see. All right, so that is Path of Exile 2 for now. Now let's shift gears. Okay, the Last Epoch. All right, guys. If you don't know, Last Epoch has been 100% acquired by a company called Krafton. Okay? Completely bought out for $96 million. This was announced in the early morning hours several days ago. It shook the ARPG community, okay? Especially because Last Epoch has that persona of being the scrappy little underdog. It's the indie company. It's facing off against Diablo 4 on one end and Path of Exile 1 and 2 on the other. And now it has been bought out by a megacorp. So, people have been freaking out about it. I'm probably going to piss some people off with my take. Here's my take. My guess is that the company was going to go under. That's my guess. I think that they were not profitable enough and that they were going to have to lay off a majority of their staff, and that Last Epoch was essentially going to be like sunset. That's what I think. I don't think they can come out and say that, but I think that's what was going to happen. If you look at the player numbers, if you look at their whole model, the number of microtransactions in their store, guys, there's no, and the amount of people working at the company and the amount of time that they were working, and the fact that they're like remote, it's an American company, you know, benefits work very differently. I think that they were on the verge of folding. They were saved by Krafton. And that if they were not bought out by Krafton or whoever, Last Epoch was basically dead. I think it's as simple as that. I haven't seen anybody say that. I literally, like, as someone who has worked in an acquired company, like, that's my guess. Let's see. What? Wintality, are you Oh, you're talking to somebody. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, Senu. Thanks for coming on stream, bro. This is the first time I've streamed in a while. Appreciate you coming here. Oh, it's okay, Omega Cybers. I shouted it out. Thanks for calling that out, Wintality, and everybody else. 96 million is a pretty high price tag for a company that's about to fail, though. You don't pay 90 plus millions for an unprofitable game. I think they see the oodles of potential in the ARPG industry, especially with the success of Path of Exile 2. And I think Last Epoch, especially Judd and its developers, made a very compelling case for it. That's my guess. And I also think that there's going to be a microtransaction dump in Last Epoch, but I have no idea how the hell they are in a game that has kind of a cartoony vibe. So cosmetics are kind of eh. How are they going to make money on MTX? Seriously. In Path of Exile 2, Path of Exile 1, I understand. Stash tabs, all the other quality of life stuff. The games, honestly, look pretty darn good. The cosmetics look pretty darn good. There are hideouts, right? There's a lot of different avenues. So I'm thinking that Last Epoch is going to have to expand and maybe shitify a little bit to become a more profitable game. I think they need a graphical overhaul too. Go the way of Torchlight Infinite with MTX? What do you mean? Uber revealing? Isn't Torchlight Infinite, excuse me, is the term Gooner game? It doesn't have, I think there was like a Sans update. I saw the art for it, and it was just like a very scantily clad woman like posing all like this with her thighs like front and center. Judd mentioned potential of paid X packs. Oh boy. Well, that'll be interesting. And so becomes Diablo 4 does Last Epoch. Oh, yeah, 100%. I think with this cash influx, they're going to get a console release. I saw some people talking about a mobile release too, but I don't know if it would be able to run on mobile, like, at all. I don't think it's nearly as optimized remotely. I don't think that is feasible in the slightest. My 4090 gets super hot running Last Epoch. Mike also said he thinks the game looks amazing graphics wise. Mike said that? I don't know. I'm fine paying for expansions if the content is there. I totally agree. Yeah, I'm fine with doing that. That's just an interesting shakeup though. My prediction is Last Epoch goes free to play soon and adds some very aggressive microtransaction stuff. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the paid X-Pack route is more feasible, but it was just such an interesting development to see. I did not expect that at all. Yeah, I think the graphics do need help. I think some of the newer areas, they looked pretty cool. I didn't experience them myself. I just saw them on stream. They look cool, but I still think the graphics are just not there. They're very like wowy to me. World of Warcraft-y. So He said he would argue to death that it looks how great how it is. What? Yeah. Base game might go free with solid expansions. Okay. You buy the game, buy expansions, you buy MTX, you buy everything, right? Except power. Yeah, it'll be really interesting. I'd love to talk to Aaron about this. I wonder if Aaron of Action RPG, I wonder what his... I've watched his videos on it, but I'd love to dig a little bit. Are graphics that important? No, I think aesthetic is important. And I don't think I like the aesthetic of Last Epoch that much. I think you have a good point. Like, are graphics important? No, but is the aesthetic important? Yeah, I'd say so. Like, I like PoE 1's aesthetic more than Last Epoch. I don't like Diablo 4's aesthetic. Lots of people think Diablo 4 looks great. I think it's... Ugh. I think Diablo 4 is a little like it's washed out. It's very janky. All the creatures move like clunky like this. Like they're like skeletal almost. I hate it. Like the monsters in PoE 1, PoE 2, even Last Epoch, they're way smoother, although less so in Last Epoch. Talk, how have you not gotten into Pokemon as an RPG fan, leveling and fighting? I used to play lots of Pokemon. I played on the DS, Game Boy, GameCube. GameCube was probably my favorite. Pokemon Coliseum was my game that I played in Florida. I had this friend when we went on vacation in Florida when I was little. We'd only see each other in Florida because he lived in another state. And he traveled down there to the little condo that my parents like shared out. And we would always, like every year, we would go and we would fight our Pokemon Coliseum teams against each other for like 5 years. Fun memory. Fun memory. This might be a hot take, but D3 is a better looking game than D4, even though it changed radically from D2. You might not. I don't know if you'll get agreement with me on that. I don't know about Diablo 3, man. Diablo 3 is... I didn't play it all, though. But that had like a Last Epoch look to it, though. Yes, try the Goat Coliseum. It peaked right there. C to the fourth, man. How are the Pokemon games on the Switch worse than Pokemon Coliseum? What the... Like Pokemon Coliseum was just so well executed. Everything from the story to the actual Pokemon battles, connecting it to your Game Boy, and like all that was done so well. And then the new games on the Switch are just trash, in my opinion. I couldn't even play them. I watched my wife play them for a little bit, and I just couldn't. Ugh. They're gonna release a new game for battling in Pokemon. Can be played on phone. Isn't that Pokemon Go? No. Hot take, League of Legends is the best ARPG. Never played League of Legends. You can see Game Freak isn't the issue because their new IP looks beautiful. Probably Nintendo rushing them out. Do they have a new, like, is it kind of a Black Myth Wukong game, I think? Isn't that what they're releasing? Diablo 4 has decent character models, but that level of detail is wasted, to be honest, in a top-down ARPG. The character models are good, but the monsters, I really like the monsters. They're making an action Souls-like game, and it looks really nice. Oh, well, that's cool. Cool. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that was the Last Epoch news. Was there anything else in the greater scheme of things I wanted to catch up on? Obviously, Path of Exile 2 coming out on August 29th. We're going to have a lot of stuff between now and then. This was the big little return. Anything else people wanted to chat about? Any other things? Owlcat are making an ARPG. Ooh. Oh, do you guys want to see the Last Epoch trailer? I didn't really like the Last Epoch trailer. I'm not going to lie, guys. It didn't hype me up. Do you guys feel the same? Like, I don't know. Let's see. I thought Season 2's trailer was way better. Like, I could not give a crap about this unless it was a Diablo 4 level cinematic. This isn't going to be in the game. I don't see the appeal of this. I don't see the appeal. Like, this isn't even going to be like a part of the story unless we're teaming up with the Goat Man in the ancient era or the ancient age. I just don't understand cinematics like this, honestly. I think Path of Exile has done it right for an indie studio. Don't waste money on these type of cinematic things. Unless you're Diablo. Or unless you're Blizzard.
Clever girl.
For those of you who don't know, this is a new act. Their acts are called chapters. Which it does look super cool aesthetically. Also, my auto 1080p. What the hell? I mean, that looks pretty sweet, does it not? You can summon a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's pretty awesome with this new unique item. They're called primordial uniques. I don't know what primordial means. I don't know if it means you can only equip one at a time or what. They haven't really released any details about primordial uniques. They just seem really powerful. But this summon T-Rex is pretty awesome. Very exciting for Minion players. Did the Jurassic Park reference go over my head? No. Clever girl. It's the scene with the raptors. No, it didn't go over my head. But that was in their little teaser before. This is cool. This is so they're doing a challenge system, guys. Look, monolith completion portal cosmetics. This is basically a challenge system. If you complete the monolith, I presume you get this cool portal. So that's like the Path of Exile challenges. They're listening to the community. That's pretty sweet. This is the League mechanic. It literally looks like you click on this and a monster comes through. That's what all of Last Epoch's League mechanics have been, essentially. With the mages, the exiled mages, oh god. What are they, Avengers? Oh, they're not the Avengers. Whatever the dudes were before. The Crucible. Oh god, I can't remember. Nemesis. That's right. The Nemesis guys. They've all basically been, you know, click and... Oh my god! What's up, Arrow? Bro! I don't stream for a month and a half and you raid me on my first stream back. I'm not ready for this. My pits are super sweaty. Like, I can't fathom having a lot of people watching. What's going on, Raiders? How you doing? I've seen Arrow's been absolutely kicking ass this Path of Exile 1 League. I saw his videos on YouTube were popping off. I've seen the streams have been going super well. Nice work, Arrow. Nice work. How have you been liking the league, dude? Full screen. Oh, yeah, full screen. Yeah, we don't need to watch the trailer right now. We'll just full screen it up. Guitarholic, man. What's going on? Thanks for the 17 months. Yes, I'm back. Month and a half break. Illness sucks. Hey, Real Snug. Hey, Turnus Rex. What's going on, guys? Yeah, TLDR, I had severe migraines, and I was basically dying. So, we're good, though. I'm on new meds. We're set. We're totally set. Hey, Blazeworks, thanks for the T1 as well, man. We just talked about Path of Exile 2, Path of Exile 1, Last Epoch being acquired by Krafton. We just basically talked about, we're just yapping, honestly. I haven't even gamed. I told chat I have only gamed for about 8 hours the past month. Like, I know, that's almost nothing, but I do have 2 young kids and a wonderful wife. You understand it, right, Arrow? You have a wife. You get it. You get it, bro. Thanks, man. Yeah, Yap stream is a pretty fun stream, especially when, you know, you're standing. Although I didn't move my walking thing from my work desk, but that's okay. I'll survive. I will. Nobody talked about Titan Quest 2. We talked a little bit about Titan Quest 2, but I haven't been able to play it. I had... Well, Mega Cybers are going to hate hearing this. I tried No Rest for the Wicked. I hated it. I hated it, man. You do have a... I know you have a wife. I know. You had a wonderful wedding this year. Yep. Yep. I hated No Rest for the Wicked. I couldn't do it. I played it for an hour and a half. It's not for me. It's not for me. Maybe I'll give it a go again sometime and I'll push through, but No Rest, not right now, not for me. Anyway, welcome Raiders. We were watching the trailer for the next Last Epoch season after we were talking about, I think Last Epoch, the company was basically going to have to lay off a bunch of people. So that's why the acquisition happened. I think they weren't really profitable and that a lot of loans were coming due. And that's why they got the buyout from Krafton. And Krafton is making a very long-term investment with the $96 million acquisition. All right. Try literally only likes PoE2. This is not true. This is false. This is false. I loved Expedition 33. I love Guild Wars 2. oh God, I can't say that. I was about to say something really bad. I'm not going to say that. I like Hades. I like Age of Mythology. I finally bought and downloaded Baldur's Gate 3. Let's go. I'm not lying. Here you go. You ready? You ready? Look at that. Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 on my desktop. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it eventually, guys. It's real. Okay? I swear to God I'll play Baldur's Gate 3. But yeah, I haven't played many games. I've been trying to diversify more. I played some Hellclock. We were actually going to play some Hellclock today. I have to see when my family's going to get back because they're not back yet. So if we have some time, maybe I'll show you guys Hellclock. Be pretty fun. Pretty fun stuff. I have to play it with my wife. Baldur's Gate 3. Bro, we have 2 kids. We usually can't. Like, and when our kids go to bed, we'll spend some time together and then she'll read or we'll watch a show. And if I'm doing more content again, you know, maybe I got to get her on my stream. That's what I got to do. Get her on my stream again. Time to get you into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 so you fall in love with something again. Dude, am I going to like that as much as freaking Expedition 33? I love that game. Hey, Jim Tendo, thanks for the Prime for 2 months, bro. Yay. Talk, have you looked at the demo game? I might have misspelled. Dungeons and Dragons coming. You and your dad might have fun dice rolling. No, the demo game. Is it the Pathfinder game that's upcoming? Is that what you're talking about? I think they thought their MTX and League cycle would be stronger by now. Yeah. But it happens with cast flow as you scale. Yeah, Hellclock's pretty fun. I love PoE2, but it has a lot of problems. Yeah, yeah. Baldur's Gate is the only game I have more hours in that than PoE2. Ooh. Just let Pokemon babysit the kids. We bought Mario Kart. I think we're going to teach my daughters how to play Mario Kart. Sorry, my oldest daughter. She's 3. Is it going to go well? I don't know. She's not to brag, but she's pretty smart. She has a wide-ranging vocabulary. Okay? She understands cause and effect. She actually did something really clever the other day. I was working, and we'll get back to Last Epoch in a sec. Just one quick kid story. I was working, and my wife and her were going somewhere. Or the 3 of them were going somewhere. And my wife texted me. I'm pulling up the text. She texted me. The name. The name said, I will give you a treat if you put the window all the way down. Please, Mom, it's a good treat. Oh, she's trying to manipulate her mother with treats like a cat. Oh my gosh, she's 3. Crazy. We also bought a new car, which I'm pretty excited about. Oh yeah, you guys want to know something terrible that happened? You guys want to hear something terrible? It's a real life story. Okay. Losing viewers as we speak, but it's important. This also gave me a complete break. 2.5 weeks ago. So I don't think this is too much description. All right. So I'll look at my camera. Okay. So My mom, my wife, and my 2 kids are driving home from Costco. Okay. Here's the road. Here's a road right here. Okay. The busy road. And here is my subdivision. You know, you turn into my subdivision where I live. Okay. You have to wait here because there's inbound traffic. Okay. So my mom and the rest of my family are waiting here to turn into our road. Okay. They're turning left. Incoming traffic. There is a shoulder where people can go around those who are waiting to turn left into the subdivision. So they're waiting there for about 20 seconds. And a person is coming up behind them and turns around their car that's sitting stationary at the last second. And the person behind that person didn't see my mom's car and rammed into the back of the car at 60 miles an hour and totaled both cars. However, here's the real terrifying part. I'm working. It's 3 p.m. my time. I get a call from my mom and FaceTime, and she just says, "Try, we were in a crash. We're at the end of your road." And she's bawling, and she hangs up. Didn't say anything about the kids or my wife, anything. She just says that bawling. I have never ran faster before. Ever. I freaking sprinted down my stairs, out the door, down the road. Oh my God. I saw the other person's car first, the person who rammed the back. My mom was driving a very new car, a very large car. Their car was totaled. The entire front was like wrenched upward. The windows were blasted out, destroyed. My mom's car, the back of it, completely destroyed. Both cars were totaled. They were all still in the car. Like, so I ran up to the door, and oh my God, they were all okay. Like, my kids were totally fine, but the car was completely destroyed. Freaking always have like the seat belts, 100, like they could have all died. Here's the other crazy thing, guys. So the car, when it got hit, it got taken over by like some Allstate thing. And it turned the car that was sitting in the lane right here after getting hit and veered it into incoming traffic this way, horizontal, exposed my wife and my daughter, my 3-year-old daughter, were like exposed to incoming traffic. So if somebody had been coming and couldn't hit the brakes fast enough, freaking like Allstate would have turned it because it thought like it was turning it off the road, but it turned it into the middle of the incoming traffic road. Oh my gosh, would have been an absolute disaster. Thank goodness everyone was okay, including the person who hit my mom and my family. He got a severely bloody nose and everything because he slammed down on this thing, but they were like, everybody was okay. It was the best case scenario, essentially. Everybody was fine. Anyway, we own a Honda Civic. So it's a tiny car. If that was our car, we probably all would be dead because it was a huge car that hit my mom's. So we have spent the past few weeks looking up cars. We bought a new car. We bought a Chrysler Pacifica, a 2021 Chrysler Pacifica. Dudes, the newest car that I've ever owned is a 2007. This car has air conditioning. It has power seats. It has a radio. It has the backward navigation camera. I am so excited for this car. Plus, it has 8 seats, tons of room. It's awesome. And the most important thing, it's safe. We were going to go with a Toyota Sienna or a Honda Odyssey, but they were too expensive. We bought it outright. So thank you all for watching on Twitch and YouTube and supporting the videos. That's how we were able to purchase this car. So it's gonna help make my family safe. Appreciate it. That was a long story. This happened to you last week, Grape? Oh my God. Yikes. Most accidents are within a half mile from home. It's just crazy. We did not get the one with the TVs. We did not get the limited edition one. No, because that one was like 33,000 flat. We did not get that one. No, it was too much. You sent me pictures. Did the same exact thing happen to you, dude? That's insane. Is everybody okay, Grape? I hope everybody's okay. Dude, yeah. Gosh, see, it's so scary. I hope everybody's okay. Everybody's good? That's awesome. You almost bought one of those Siennas to camp in? They're very nice. More excited about the car than the 0.3 expansion? Yeah, because it's going to be here in like a week. So, yeah, we ordered it from like a company that we're transferring out from another state. Very excited. Anyway, yeah, had to tell that story at some point. So, I'm happy everybody's okay, because that would have been devastating. My mom does not want to drive our kids now, though. She's terrified to drive her kids, even though it literally was not her fault. It's not her fault at all. So, very unfortunate. IRL live stream from the car. Yeah, maybe if there's some convention that I attend with GGG and I go cross country or something, you know, one day. Okay, all right. We got to finish. My family is on the way, so let's finish this trailer. Okay, let's give our thoughts on the last Epoch expansion, which I will be playing. I don't know if I'm going to stream it though, because I felt bad not enjoying the game and streaming it. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I was entertaining or informative. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll stream, but I won't promise any further streams. We'll see how I enjoy it. Okay, back to the trailer. So yeah, it seems like the new League mechanic is just monsters from the ancient era are in every single map and you can fight them. Maybe they'll have a chance to drop primordial uniques, but I don't know how rare the primordial uniques are. And then there's this cinematic that I'm sure they spent a lot of money on. I don't know if, does this give a pull it up? I don't know about the value of this. What is the ROI on something like this? I have to think in terms of ROI all the time at my job. How valuable is this cinematic that doesn't appear in game at all? It doesn't relate to your story at all. It's literally just on YouTube. Yeah, nobody got hurt at all. My family's fine. The other party, I mean, he didn't have insurance, which is really bad. He got a bloody nose. He seemed fine. He was distraught when he learned that there was a baby in the other car. Because my other one is she's 10 months. She was 10 months old at that time. Now she's 11 months. But he was extremely distraught that there was a baby. Like I told him, dude, everybody's okay. Go handle your car. Go to your girlfriend or whoever that is. Everyone over here is okay. Yeah, he started freaking out when he learned there were kids in the car, which I totally understand. At least he was remorseful, right? Now, there it is. Last Epoch, Beneath Ancient Skies. Releases August 21st. And there's the other thing. Or Last Epoch. Like, 0.3 releases August 29th. 8 days after Beneath Ancient Skies. So that's going to be a little rough. I think they need to get away from PoE 2, honestly, and they need to get away from D4, and they need to sync up maybe a few weeks after the PoE 1 release. I think that would be the smartest time, honestly. Yeah, but I don't like the cinematic. I'm guessing it hints at the new Act boss, because it's Act 10 coming into the game. I think that they said they'll incentivize people to do Act 10, because right now a lot of people don't even do Majasa. They just go from... what is it, Act 8 into Endgame, if not even earlier. They just go to Manos, whatever. I always do Majasa because I think she's a fun fight. But yeah, that's the trailer. I don't know. The other one excited me a lot more. I liked it though. Like, I gave it a like. So I have this bet with Aaron. I give 10 subs to his chat if Last Epoch Season 3 has more than 10k concurrence after PoE 2 0.3 launches. He's sure I'll lose. I'm so sure I'll win this. In your job, do you see these trailers do well or not? I don't work. I mean, they get a lot of views. You can see like this trailer got a lot of views, but I don't know if they do any paid advertising. In my job, I work with employment ads, so I'm sure they generate buzz, but do they translate to players? Right? Like, I'm sure people will watch the cinematic, but will they become a player? That's the problem. There's apparently a lot more depth to the Ancient Beast. Oh, there is? Oh, okay. 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 Story hard to follow? Yeah. I'm back. What are we talking about? We were talking about Last Epoch launch. 10K concurrence. I don't know. What is Last Epoch at right now? Oh. Oh. No, that... Oh, okay. That's... Okay. 10K concurrence? I think you're right. I think it'll have less than 10K. Aaron, I'm more than willing to talk, my man. I think it'll have less than 10K after PoE 2 0.3 launches. Once is unfortunate, twice as rough, 3 times feels intentional. I mean, Guitarholic, they did say end of or August is when they were going to launch, right? Months ago. They just had that lineup happening, right? They're in unison with PoE 2. I think they need to break and they need to go toward PoE 1. I don't think Grinding Your Games is going to shift any for them, so they should make the shift. What is my take on Last Epoch being bought? Yeah, I gave my take a few minutes ago. I think that Last Epoch was going to have to lay off a ton of developers, or they were at risk of actually going under in very quick time, and they ended up just choosing this option because it's going to fund many seasons and they have the chance to completely turn that around. I think they were in a very rough state financially, and they've recovered with these guys buying them out. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into this stream. My family is currently slamming on the bell, okay? So we are going to send y'all on over to Darth Microtransaction. Thanks so much for tuning in. I can't believe we got like 400 some peak viewers after, you know, a month and a half of no streaming. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to throw you on over to DM. He's playing Hellclock. Give him some love. Try Stampede, whatever. Lazative try. I don't care. I will see you guys in a few days. We're going to stream a few times in the upcoming days. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it, guys. Seriously. Like, all the support is crazy. Okay. Bye.